In this video, we're going to talk about Nano Dimension, trading under the symbol NNDM. Before today's video begins, if you like my content and my analysis, please check out my other stock analysis videos on my channel as well. Nano Dimension is specialized in 3D printing machines and is currently trading as on the Nasdaq exchange. Its appeals to its potential clients and I would say investors is the benefit of scale without having to actually concentrate the risk involved in building such scale. In other words, it allows a huge manufacturing process to be done in multiple locations and still benefit from the efficiency of the operations as if it belongs to one giant belt. The stock has been around for many years and it's currently in a fairly volatile state. Its current price point is at $6.37 or about that amount, which is relatively close to its bottom at $6 back in late July. However, it recovered back from there and since then the stock didn't want to go lower than the bottom of 6. It seems like the market doesn't want to risk lower than that because there is a consensus among the traders that Nano Dimension has value. It has value because its technology is head and shoulders above its competitors, and when that's not the case, they always manage to gather enough capital to buy out the competitors and merge with them, making the company even stronger while eliminating competition at the same time. The appeal of Nano Dimension to us, the retail traders, is that Ark invested in the company, which is why the company is so popular back in 2020. I mean, yes, we can talk about how great it's going to be when it can improve the manufacturing process of everything ranging from a teddy bear to the next microchip. But fundamentally, it is because we trust Ark. And most of us continue to trust Ark's judgment. But I also want to touch base on why Ark invested in Nano Dimension. If we look at the stock chart of Nano Dimension in the long term, and not just over the past 12 or 24 months, it's over the past 5 years or so, on the scale of what happened over the past 5 or 8 years, Nano Dimension is at a very, very cheap price compared to where it was. Partially because the stock was diluted massively by its owners, partially because the stock didn't benefit from a stock craze, much like EV craze back in 2020. Sure, people talked about it like it's some sort of amusing gimmick, but not that many people took it seriously. So these two reasons contributed to the fact that by 2020, the price was so low that it's difficult to imagine how much lower it can possibly get, which was in the penny stock territories back in those days. This is where Ark came from. And that, in my opinion, was probably why it decided to buy its shares. There's just another detail that should be emphasized here. And that is the exposure Ark decided to risk in Nano Dimension. They invested a grand total of 0.22% of their portfolio in the stock. In other words, because of the amount that they invested in, Ark has the luxury to wait for a very long period of time without worrying too much about the short-term fluctuations, given that they entered when the stock was trading below $1, and it's a fairly comfortable position to be in. So to answer the question, is Nano Dimension going to reach $50? Yes, if you believe in the sector's potential and is willing to give it enough time to reach to that point. It may take some time though, and it's not measured in months, but more in years. This is another good reason to reconsider your total exposure in different stocks, especially if there are growth stocks, to make sure not to commit too much capital in them in one shot. Some of them may take a long time to blossom, and that's probably going to be the case for Nano Dimension as well. So my recommendation for this company is to keep your exposure between 3 to 5% of your portfolio and to make sure to buy your shares in different batches to get them at the lowest price point possible. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.